been a hot second. Hey guys, so I just finished my third practice exam for the MCAT. That test is in 44 days, which is slightly terrifying because I'm taking it in the middle of the semester, and so it's not like I have a break between now and then to kind of get all of my stuff figured out, but I got close-ish to what I want to be getting on the practice exams before I go into the actual exam. I just need to raise my score 8 points before I feel super confident about it. So I'm not quite done with the Kaplan books, which means that I've got some more information to learn still, and I've got plenty of time to practice. So on track overall. But I was thinking the other day just like how I could keep track of my practice a little bit more. As some of you know, I do have a sheet with my hours on it and then rewards for every time I take a practice exam. But getting closer to that, this big goal is feeling kind of insurmountable. Like I might not be able to get there, and I think that's really common if you're taking the MCAT. You kind of feel like you're not capable of doing anything right. I think that's probably part of the test itself, is just like if you can hold up under pressure. And so I made this goal worksheet, so it looks like this. I will put a link to a Google Drive so you can download it if you want it, but I filled it in with my goals, which is basically it just breaks my big goal down into like 19 steps that I can take. So if you're familiar with goal setting, you know that goal setting is most effective if you do have a really big goal. It's most effective if you're taking smaller steps and achieving things as you go along. That makes those big goals seem less insurmountable. And so with my 200-hour goal, which I have on my wall over there, I can cross things off and see that I'm making progress towards that. But this, with only 44 days left, is going to help me stay on track and get exactly what I need to get done. So I want to show you sort of what my goal sheet is, and then also if you want to use it for other things, I do have one for my YouTube channel that I just filled out. So yeah, I will put the link to a Google Drive for you to download that if you'd like it for free. You can print it off and do your things with it as well. Yeah, so I'm going to show you how to fill it out and some examples of me filling out, and hopefully it helps you reach your goals. Also, if you're confused about goal setting in general, I have a podcast, which you probably didn't know, but episode 5 of the Pausecast, which is the name of my podcast, talks all about goal setting and the trans-theoretical change model, which is a super cool way to understand how people go through big life changes. So if you're curious in listening to my voice with Matthew Burnett, who's the vice president of an organization that I'm in, we do this podcast together and we love it, and I'd love for you to check it out. We're on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, getting all the social media accounts. I'll put all those links in the description. Without further ado, here's the goal sheet. Boom, baby. Right, welcome to my desk. So if you saw how I'm studying for the MCAT, I have a video on that. This is the goal sheet that I sort of talked about in that. So I'm getting pretty close to my 200-hour goal, but I'm not quite there. So this is my overall goal sheet, which 200 hours is a pretty large task to complete. And so I have 44 days left. I have like 44 hours left, which is cool. So if I just did an hour a day, I would be fine, but I'm not going to just do an hour a day because I still have a lot of practice exams to complete. So this is the big goal sheet that I have, but breaking that down a little bit further, I have made this goal sheet for the MCAT. And so I am using the Kaplan books to study, and there are 12 chapters in each Kaplan book. So I'm just right about 10 on chapter 10 of all of them. So within the next week, I should be able to cross this box off. So the idea is that with every task that I complete, I can cross this box off. So I'll cross this off once I get 10 done, cross that off once I get 11 done, and so then I can see myself getting closer to these goals. How I designed this goal sheet, I didn't follow it when I filled this out, but if you notice, there's these little arrows. They're kind of really light, but there's arrows. So if you wanted to follow them, you can do things that you can do in a row. So like if you had a weight loss goal, you could say like, I want to lose 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 4 pounds, blah, blah, blah. And it goes like this until you reach, wait, how's it go? It goes this way. Boom. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is your end goal here. So some other features of this sheet are at the top, you write down what your goal is. So my SMART goal here is I want to get a 519 or above on April 13th. That is a specific, measurable, attainable, reasonable, and time-sensitive goal. So that
is my big goal. And then here in the last square, this is also just a restatement of my big goal. And then there's a box here that you can say like a category of your goal if you'd like to, or any other notes. So if you look here, I have my YouTube goals. I just have YouTube up here, and then one of my goals is to get monetized, which I'm super far away from, but it's a goal. So those are pretty big tasks on there, but this one seems like pretty attainable. And so for all of these, you can make a SMART goal for each box. So there should be 19 boxes. 15 boxes because it's 4x4. So there's 15 tasks that you can complete to get to your big goal, and that just breaks these down into individual SMART goals that you can complete. So even if I wanted to go further, I could put a date on these, and I could say I want to finish chapter 10 by the end of next week, and I would know if I had gotten that done. It gives me a deadline, and then as I'm getting closer, I probably should start implementing those deadlines because we are getting so close to this exam. So this is just an example of the goal sheet. To review the goal sheet, you can write your SMART goal up here in this little light box, and then you can write your big goal again in this box, and then all of these boxes are small goals that contribute to you getting to your big goal. And so this can be used for long-term goals. So if you're making like a 5-year goal or a 1-year goal or like a 44-day goal, it's all up to you. And then down here you can write the category of your goal or what it's related to kind of in your life. So if it's like a weight loss goal, you could write fitness here, or notes about whatever you want. This is basically all up to you. So that's that. I hope that you like it. I like the idea of this, but maybe that's just me as a human. I don't know. I like doing stuff like this a lot. So I will post a link to a Google Drive that will have this in a folder. I'll probably start doing that because I like making resources like this, but I don't ever know how to share them so people can download them. So I will probably make a Google Drive, and then you can have all of the things that I make because productivity is my favorite.
Okay, so that's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. You probably could make it on your own, but if you want it, it's free and you don't have to make it on your own. I am really scared for the MCAT, but I think that this will help me to organize my thoughts and my goals and get all the things that I need to get done, keep me on track for the next month and a half. So if you want to try this again, it will be in a Google Drive. If you want to know more about setting goals and the trans-theoretical change model, I have a video on it, but I also have a podcast episode on it. We love the podcast. We have lots of episodes coming out about sleep and mental health and finances and mental health and all sorts of stuff related to how to take care of yourself well. So if you're interested in watching those, links in the description, links for this in the description. If you try this out, let me know. Let me know if it helps you achieve your goals, or if you hate it, how I can change it to make it better, because I want to know how to not suck. So that's all I have for you today. I will see you next time. Bye!